March 3rd meeting of the Brunswick County Board of Education. And as we normally do, we will start with a moment of silence. Our color guard will not be here tonight, so please join me. I will lead us in a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Board members, you've all been supplied with our with the meeting agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Barger.
Second.
Second by who seconded that?
Moffitt.
Ms. Moffitt. Okay. Public address. We don't have anyone on our public address.
Got to vote on the agenda.
Where's?
All in favor?
All in favor?
Wait a second. Oh, yeah, excuse me. Yeah, hearing a second, I will call a vote. All of those that vote in favor of approval of the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the agenda is approved. We don't have anyone on the agenda for the public address tonight, so we'll move right along to the board salutes. And we have some high-achieving sports teams here from South Brunswick High School that we want to recognize. Who's coming up first for that?
Good evening, Board of Education. I'm here to deliver the salute today. So we are here tonight to proudly recognize the South Brunswick High School men and women's swim teams for their extraordinary achievement in winning the 5A state championship titles. This championship...
Sorry.
Oh, yeah! This championship reflects months of dedication, discipline, and teamwork. From early mornings to late practices, these student athletes pushed themselves, supported one another, and demonstrated true excellence. We also commend head coach Mackenzie Lefevre and assistant coach Logan Atkinson for their leadership and guidance in shaping not only exceptional swimmers, but resilient young leaders. Congratulations to all the athletes for an unforgettable season. Your hard work, perseverance, and teamwork make South Brunswick proud. So, we have a lot of names here today, so you'll line up in front of the school board, and we'll hand you your plaque, and we'll do girls first, and then we'll do boys, and when you're done there, you'll move over to the sign, and Molly White will take your picture. So, first up, let's do the girls. So, up first is Miss Bella Best. You can just line right up there where that's. And then we'll do Opal Balmer.
I used to read it as approval of management committee from February.
And Phoebe Cumby. Kennedy Gordon. Adriana A.J. Jackson. Abigail Key. Chloe Key. Abigail Long. Caroline Morris. Peyton Stegman. And we'll go ahead and honor Coach Mackenzie Lefevre. Coach Logan Atkinson could not be here tonight, but let's give him a round of applause as well. And then now, if you'll progress over to the next wall, we'll get your picture. Thank you so much. I'll get it out. I can email it out. Yeah, I'll do it. Congratulations again to the women's swim team of South Brunswick High School. And next up, we'll do the gentlemen men's varsity swim team of South Brunswick High School. And we have Peyton Atkinson. Michael Best. Jacob Bomer. Oliver Bomer. And Stephen Kenna. Garrett Mosley. Evan Savast. And Mason Seipel. Did I miss anybody over there? Is Lucas Bonnery here? Bonnie? Oh, Bonnie. Is that it? Congratulations to the men's varsity swim team for winning the state championship. I think they deserve one more round of applause for the 5A state championship titles of South Brunswick High School.
I was going to. We certainly appreciate what you've accomplished and coming here tonight to be recognized for that. We don't expect you necessarily to stay for the meeting. You're very welcome to stay if you wish, but you're also released to go if you wish. So we will. What do you say, Robbie Jones? God grew up with him.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, moving right along, we've got a presentation from Ms. Brosey.
Maybe hang on just a second.
We have the best seat in the house, you know what? Mm-hmm. Look at this picture.
Fancy PowerPoint template.
Oh, that's,
Fancy.
I like it.
Very nice.
I love all the trees and everything.
Miss Brosey has her own template.
She does. Very fancy.
This is AI. If you click the
give it
beautify
that.
button, this is what I did to my template.
Good to know. Color coordinated.
Well, good evening, board. It's my pleasure to be here tonight to give you an update on our Principal Fellows Program involvement, as well as just some our progress towards our goal 4.1 of our strategic plan to recruit and retain highly qualified staff. Some of our action steps with this are also to provide a competitive salary and benefits package, expand our Grow Your Own pipeline of leaders in Brunswick County Schools, and also to increase access to internship opportunities from students to employees as well. And we currently participate in several scholarship programs aligned with these action steps. To name a few, we have our local Brunswick-built teacher scholarship, which has been very successful. We have approximately 39 aspiring teachers participating in the scholarship program, and the window for the next year is currently open for about another week and a half. We have a teacher assistant to teacher scholarship program for our Brunswick County Schools employees who are teacher assistants who are interested in pursuing their teaching degree. We partner with UNCW on the RISE scholarship for our special education teachers working towards licensure. And then to grow our own administrators, school assistant principals and principals, we've participated in the Principal Fellows Program, and that's the one I want to speak to tonight. We restarted our partnership with the East Carolina Pirate Leadership Academy back in 2022 to send under this grant program some of our teacher leaders through school leadership program to earn their master's in school administration and ultimately principal licensure in the state of North Carolina. Since that time, we've had 6 of our teacher leaders go through that program. 4 have completed that program, and all 4 have been hired as assistant principals and are doing a fantastic job for us in Brunswick County. We have 2 more who are currently serving their internships at Brunswick County Schools. And overall, we've been incredibly pleased with the preparation and the readiness of our principal fellows when they graduate their program. They've all been immediately hired into assistant principal roles where they are, like I said, doing a fantastic job for us. I attended an informational session a couple of weeks ago, and there has been a pretty substantial change to the funding and procedures of the program that I wanted to bring to the board's attention, with the big shift being the cost to the school district of continuing to nominate candidates for the Principal Fellows Program. So our partner institution is East Carolina University. The state pairs us up with a university, and we are able to nominate previously up to 1 candidate every every year that would go through, we would pay their salary 1 year, and then the Principal Fellows grant would pick up their salary for the second year. And then every other year, we would have to pay year 1 and year 2 of the Principal Fellow's salary. Or excuse me, the grant would pay their salary for both years. So we would pay around a $45,000 investment every other year, and that would put 2 candidates through the Principal Fellows Program. So at the end of those years, for $45,000 investment, we had 2 very highly trained, ready, and prepared assistant principal candidates. So they would also reimburse us a portion of each Principal Fellow's local supplement annually. There was no health insurance reimbursement, but this is a new provision. So beginning with this year's cohort in the fall, the number of available slots in the East Carolina Principal Fellows Program has been cut from 38 to 20. So that would still amount to approximately 1 slot per district. But there is no longer a salary reimbursement for the program. So if we wanted to send 2 Principal Fellow candidates through the same 2-year program, instead of coming out with an overall cost of around $45,000, it would be an overall cost of around $180,000 for the 2-year program for 2 candidates. And that is a substantial increase to the school system. They also this year have cut the local supplements to the program. And it's my understanding that this is just kind of flow through. This is what East Carolina University has to work with now. So they've had to make some structural changes. It's not my understanding that this was something that East Carolina decided to do, but this is based upon the funding that they are receiving for the program. They are going to reimburse for year 2 candidates the health insurance costs. This is currently the $8,100 per year that the school system pays for health insurance for our employees, but that would be the only reimbursement available at all, and that would just be in the second year of the program. So currently, and this is just for informational, for awareness right now, but I would like to come back at the committee meetings and talk about this further. But we currently have our Brunswick Built Teacher Scholarship, and that is our local scholarship program for teachers where they can apply for an award up to $2,500 per year in exchange for 1 year of teaching service at the conclusion of their program once they earn their teaching licensure. So they could qualify for up to $10,000 and a local scholarship in exchange for 4 years of highly qualified teaching service. And as I said before, we have 39 people participating in this program now. I wanted to propose that we consider expanding that scholarship program and extending that to administrative candidates as well. For the same cost or no more cost than what we were previously investing in the Principal Fellows Program, we could add 1 slot to our Brunswick Built Scholarship program each year, so that would still be 2 candidates in 2 years, and provide a $15,000 service award over 2 years in exchange for, and these criteria align with what now they're doing for the Principal Fellows Program, is at the conclusion of their program, if they commit to serving as an assistant principal in a low-performing school, they can pay off or satisfy the conditions of that award with 2 years of service. If they don't go to a low-performing school, but any other Brunswick County school, currently the Principal Fellows would fulfill their commitment with 4 years of service. And so if we kind of paralleled that or mirrored that in our local scholarship program, it would still have the same sort of structure as the Principal Fellows Program, but with a much lower financial commitment on behalf of the district. Would still allow us to send 2 candidates through an MSA program. This employees would remain in their full-time position, retain their salary and benefits while they work for us. They could participate in the evenings in an online or hybrid program to work towards their MSA. And as an added benefit, something we had discussed in the superintendent's cabinet meeting was offering an additional internship stipend to those teachers in their first summer and second summer session to allow them to accrue their internship hours that they have to complete as part of the degree program, and just continuing their teacher pay for that month in the summer as well. And offering them 5 professional leave days to be able to attend different things, like maybe a principal's meeting or different professional development opportunities, maybe a conference during the school year that we wanted them to attend, so we could kind of dictate what those would look like, what we would like for them to participate in. But this, over the course of 2 years, would be comparable to what we're currently investing in our principal fellows who are participating in the ECU Pirate Leadership Academy. They could choose to continue to go to East Carolina. Again, we've had incredible success with our candidates going through that program. Their school leadership preparation program is very strong. And so these numbers were kind of built around the cost of tuition for their part-time program, and in examining other part-time programs across the state, they are very, very similar in tuition and fees expenses. So if there are any questions or recommendations, or if you'd just like time to think on it a little bit more, I would like to bring this back as an action item for consideration at the March committee meetings. So if there are any recommendations now or later for ways we could strengthen this or improve this, or any feedback or thoughts, we'd love to have them here.
Mr. Chairman, if I could.
Well, I have a question about it. I just want to make sure I understand. So the program that is going away, we were paying $45,000 every other year? Was that what it was?
And that allowed us to put 2 candidates through the program.
And that put 2 candidates through the program, okay? And so now we would, if we went the Brunswick-Built route, we would have 1 candidate that starts the program each year,
Yes, sir.
okay? As opposed to 2?
We just had 1 a year previously, too.
Okay, so it's the
Still
same
be 2.
number of people. Okay. So it's the same number of people, and our cost for this program is,
Very similar, right at the 45, very near the 45,000 that we were investing before.
okay? And that includes the $15,000 service award, or is that okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. So they're just accruing, they're just getting their education through other channels potentially, rather than strictly through ECU.
That's correct.
That's the basic difference?
Yes, sir. With the Principal Fellows Program, they were released from their job responsibilities 2 days a week during the day to complete their classes and their coursework. And this
Okay.
way, they would stay in their job and have to complete those components at night.
Okay, okay. And the other significant difference would be that they have the flexibility to pursue the instruction, their studies wherever they wish, I
Yes, sir.
suppose. Okay. All right, that was it for me.
Yeah, I think it's important to recognize the fact that we've had success with this program in the past and with it changing. I think it's important this board recognizes that we need to continue to maintain and bridge the gap for this, because I know off the top of my head, we've had about 5 really successful administrators here in the last couple of years who have made a difference in our school system and for kids, and we're in this business for kids. So anything we can do to bridge that gap and can keep this moving forward, I think is important, and show our investment in our employees, because recruitment is a big thing, but retaining them is important. And I think this is a big retention measure that we can take.
Yep. Anybody else have any comments?
I mean, I completely agree, and, you know, it goes right along with our Brunswick built, and I think it's a good thing. Anything that we can do to help our teachers, help our kids, I think we're better off. So I think it's great.
It also aligns with our strategic plan.
Good point, Ms. Ma.
Well, we appreciate your support with that. I agree. It was a great program, but this is a significant funding change from the state level. And the second that my cabinet team read over this, we were 100% sure that we could do something in-house that would be almost as good, and much better for the taxpayer. And so I will say it was much easier for the candidates when they could take a leave from work and go to school during the day and not have to have a job. But I think pretty much everybody with a master's in school administration up here, except for Pascal. I don't know, Pascal's kind of young. He might have been a principal fellow. But the rest of us, we had to teach during the day and go to school at night to achieve hours. And we made it through. So I think the people that are internally motivated to be a leader in our schools, they'll make it happen, and they will benefit from this board's support financially of their endeavors. So thank you, Ms. Brosey, for this.
It's a great option.
I could add, Mr. Cole's pointing out, and Mr. Pascal is important. If we have a principal fellow sitting at this table right now, that shows the importance of the program.
Yeah,
So we should continue it on.
absolutely.
Is there any modifications that need to be made or that you intend to make, or?
To what was presented
Yeah.
here, only if I get feedback from the board.
Is the board prepared to move forward with changing this program tonight, or do you need more time? Do you have any more questions?
I don't have any more questions, and I'd love to get it approved and put out to staff so they know what's coming down the pipe. So if I could, I'd like to make a motion to approve it as presented by Ms. Brosey tonight.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Barger, second by Ms. Cook. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, it passes.
Thank you for that work, Natalie. That was great. Thank you.
Good job. Very, very good job.
Thank you.
Okay. Parliamentary procedures, approval of minutes. We've got our regular meeting minutes from February the 12th, also our curriculum policy committee meeting from February the 17th, and our operations committee meeting from February the 17th. You've all had those minutes sent to you. Do I have a motion to approve these minutes? So moved by Mr. Barger.
Second.
The second by Ms. Smith. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, we have approved the minutes. Committee meeting reports from February 17th.
Okay, so the curriculum committee is always fun. We make it so much fun. We had a presentation from NC Peak Education on the progress of our strategic plan, Ms. Moffitt was referring to earlier, on those goals. Mr. Pascal continued discussion on expanding the Brunswick Virtual Academy that will be referred to as BVA. The expansion would open up BVA to grades K-12, and I'm going to read through this just for public, so people at home watching can know. But this expansion would open up BVA to grades K-12 for students who reside in Brunswick County but aren't enrolled in Brunswick County schools currently. By offering a public virtual instructional option, BCS would retain taxpayer dollars and, gets better, offer additional local supports that may not be available or affordable for families who have opted for homeschool, private, or charter schools. There's no financial risk associated with the expansion of the program, and there is no cost until the services are utilized. Students who enroll in BVA would be eligible to play sports. Just thought I'd throw that in there. It's pretty important. BVA was unanimously approved, the expansion of it, by the board. We were also presented with an integrated
Could I,
service.
Ms. Smith, real quick?
Go ahead.
There was one change that we made to that. Instead of BVA being open K-12, it's actually open from grades 1 through 12. Just because we're gonna have a rule in there that they have to have not been enrolled as a BCS student.
In kindergarten.
Correct. So
Okay.
it would actually be first grade through 12th grade,
First
not
through
not
12.
kindergartners.
Okay, I apologize for that mistake. We were presented with an integrated service contract amendment, which was placed on the consent agenda for tonight. Ms. Quinlan and Ms. White did an amazing job sharing an update on our EC program, including an extensive behavior support services resource guide that is very helpful to administrators. Ms. Damon shared survey results indicating our need for a new phonics program, which we're in the process of selecting, well, teachers and principals are in the process of selecting. We approved a Boys and Girls Club MOU to continue after-school programs at Supply, Virginia, Williamson, and Bolivia, as well as for summer camp at Lincoln. And that's all.
Thank you. Ms. Cook?
For the operations, we had a South Brunswick High School roof replacement contract that will be under consent. There were several bids put out, but the winning bid was for $2,266,400, and that comes out of the capital outlay budget. And then we had a custodial contract amendment, which was just to move money from one account to another, because we had two custodial contracts, and one, we're just using one now. So that's just a move to a different account. And that was for the operations.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for those reports. Board members, you can see the consent items that are before us tonight to be approved. One thing I want to point out, the approval of the phonics program choices, that's not approval of the phonics program. It's an approval of 3 programs that will now be forwarded on to a sort of an instructional level curriculum team. So we are, just for clarity's sake, we are not approving a phonics program tonight, but we have reviewed the 3 that have been presented, and there have been no objections from the board, so we're passing those along to the next round of assessment from our next curriculum team. So all that being said, do I have a motion to approve the consent items?
So moved.
So moved by Ms. Smith.
Second.
Second by Mr. Barger. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none, the consent items are approved. There are no action items. Mr. Cole, can you bring us up to date on stuff on your agenda?
Just very quickly, really enjoyed seeing the 2 swim teams here tonight.
Yep.
As a father of 3 swimmers who started when they were 6 years old, and my wife and I had to drop them off at the pool at least once a day, year-round, from age 6 until age 18. I realized the commitment, and sometimes 2-a-days, as they were building up to big competitions. So swimming is a huge commitment by families, but it is a great sport for teaching self-discipline. Every kid that I was ever able to meet or watch my kids interact with on swim teams all across this state were wonderful students. And so I just couldn't highlight swimming as a sport enough. So if you have young children out there and you're looking, and what my wife loved about it was that they all 3 went to the same place at the same time every day. So she was a big fan of that. I did want to share that the Brunswick transportation team had, I believe it was 32 drivers that participated in the North Carolina school bus rodeo today. And that is a state competition that they have where they have events like parallel parking with a bus and backing and all kinds of stuff. And we had a 3rd place finish overall for our transportation team. So congratulations to them.
I hope we can recognize them at the next meeting.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
With the chairman's permission.
So approved.
And then just last, Mr. Gainey and I did another bond presentation today for the Southport Oak Island Chamber of Commerce Business Committee that went very, very well, super positive. I tell you, I've yet to find someone that isn't in support of it yet. So we're just going to keep working at getting the word out to as many people as we can throughout the county. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Superintendent Cole. Do I have a motion to go to closed?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Barger,
Second.
second by Ms. Cook. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So we're adjourned for closed. Let me get my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing here.
You should be able to do it without having to look.
Okay, board members, do I have a motion to approve the personnel list as presented?
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Smith, second by Mr. Barger. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And can I get an approval for our closed session minutes from February the 12th and from February the 17th?
Approval. Motion.
A motion by Mr. Barger.
Second.
Second by Ms. Cook. All in favor? Aye.
Motion to adjourn.
And
Second.
motion to adjourn, okay, by Ms. Cook, second by Mr. Barger. All in favor?
Aye.